Surprise! And hope you had a good weekend because this Q&A will be a massive blast. And for those who are wondering, yeah, yep, this is how I feel. And hello everyone, LBT once again, and welcome back to another LBT Q&A. And I hope you're all are doing really, really nice. And yep, this Q&A will be a super mega blast. I decided to watch Power Rangers just to cheer me up and just to fresh up whatever happens between Thursday and Friday and all that stuff. Just to forget about whatever happens and all that. So, yeah. So Power Rangers Dino Charge and Power Rangers Super Mega. Yeah. Ultra Mode. Activate. Dino Steel. Armor on. Like that. Like that sort of stuff. And if you wanted to talk to me on the chat, you're feel free. Because it's about to get as well as you expected. So there you are. Hey, Tyranotherium. Hey, buddy. Hope you had a good one. And yeah. Here to stop by. And hey, Hulkster. Hulkster, you and I will review Ice Age, the first Ice Age movie from 2002 on November. Ding, 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 ding. Hello, Shamer, my Power Ranger buddy, and the best friend ever since we met after the funeral of Jason David Frank and the 30th anniversary for Power Rangers. Now, that's the best friend that I liked. Not to mention with your friend Austin, which he's kind of cool. And how is he doing? And oh, hello, Gus. Hope you had your Friday and Thursday and all that stuff, because I certainly didn't. So it's nice having you, but it's just my expressive how Paul is feeling. Because in the meantime, nobody messes with the king. I can't wait. Oh, sure thing. Huh. Can't wait to review the Ice Age franchise altogether. So, well, let's have some fun around here. Decided to go on YouTube and decided to check out, either Lego Jurassic World Legends of Isla Nublar, Life in Our Planet, which I might check that out for myself. What the Barnacles? I'm sorry, but Sid the Sloth from Ice Age. Theodore Rex. I'm still excited for Disney's Wish. I'm still excited for what they're going for and all that. Or as for now, oh yeah, I also heard that Jurassic World Hammond Collection has released a new Mattel Hammond Collection Carnotaurus. I also heard that they had a Carnotaurus, and let me just say, it looked awesome. Beyond awesome and beyond amazing. And it looks a lot like the one from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I'm serious. I mean, why couldn't the 2018 toys do the same thing as that? I mean, if only wish they made a Hammond Collection Allosaurus, then that's my Allosaurus right there. But at least they managed to release their new Allosaurus-like figure. I may not be the fan of the modeling, but at least it's better than the 2018 one, which tired of its tail lifting up like. I mean, I'm sick of it. That's why I didn't get the Battle of Big Rock Allosaurus, the Dominion Allosaurus, and that Camp Cretaceous Allosaurus stuff. Because they all have their tails lifted up like, let me show you. Oh, I'm just pretending that this is, yeah, see? See what I mean? See? See what I mean? I mean, I'm tired of dinosaur figures lifting up their tails like that. I mean, I'm sick of it. But at least that Allosaur, at least they avoided that problem. Thank goodness. I saw Five Nights at Freddy's, and it was dark and sad and terrifying. Yeah, that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. It's good that you watch that, but I'm not a big Freddy Nights fan. It just, I'm not the biggest fan. Oh, look, there's Mysterious Mr. Enter's rant on Chicken Little. Oh, Chicken Little. I despise Chicken Little. Both Chicken Little and Home on the Range considered to be one of the absolute worst Disney animated films I've ever seen in the year 2000s. Even as a kid. I mean, yeah, Chicken Little. Fuck Chicken Little. Damn you, tyrant. Chicken Little. Can't wait to roast that movie into ass apart. Like, man, as a kid, I used to like Chicken Little, but growing up as a teenager, like 16 or 17, that's where I realized that I snapped out of the movie. And I was like, man, man, that movie is horrible. It's just that there's too many things, random things going on with Chicken Little. Like, there's this kid being bullied, and then he has to win the baseball game, and then aliens come out of nowhere. Like, just make up your mind, okay? Make up your mind. Like, this had the serious amount of potential. It could have been something nice and all that, but no, Disney has to fuck things up that badly. I don't know whose fault it is. If it's the director's fault, if it's the producer's fault, seriously, they have to they have to fuck everything up that badly with Chicken Little. And same with Home on the Range. At least there's some things going on with Home on the Range. Sure, some parts could be good and some parts could be bad, but especially with the song yodeling, yeah, I hate that yodeling song. It's fucking annoying and it's not that catchy at all. And same with the villain. The villain is just, I mean, he's just not that fun to begin with. Oh my lord. And as for Chicken Little, in my opinion, is a waste of potential time after all these years. After all these years. Oh, and same with the Wild. Both Chicken Little and the Wild. They're just a pile of junk that I should avoid them. The only way I could watch these movies is by Thursdays. As a matter of fact, I don't even like Thursdays. Hell, Thursdays are one of my least favorite days in the week. the days in the week to watch those terrible monstrosities, both Chicken Little and The Wild. And as for Home on the Range, I'll get to that later. And not to mention with the father, Buck Cluck. I hate Buck. I mean, he's literally one of the worst fathers in movie history. Whenever something bad happens, the guy doesn't even care. He's such a careless father who doesn't care about his son. He doesn't care about anything that's happened. He's just like a. Ugh, I can't, I can't stand this guy. This character, I can't stand Buck Cluck. Screw this movie. Screw this character. I can't stand Buck Cluck. Stoic is a better father than Buck. Mufasa is better than Buck Cluck. Any animated fathers is way better than Buck Cluck. Even Littlefoot's dad in the Land Before Time sequels, they are way better than Buck Cluck. All of them. Sorry about the background noise, but oh, look, there's a question here. It says, what's your opinion on Shane Came Rider, if you've seen it? Was it part of the Super Sentai series? Because if it is, then I'm in for it. The only thing I liked in Chicken Little teaser is Dinosaur. Oh, you mean when the Carnotaur popped out and started scaring off the characters from Chicken Little? Yeah, I like that. Yep, that's the only thing I liked in Chicken Little. Not to mention, they also did the same thing with Meet the Robinsons with the Tyrannosaurs named Tiny. And exactly. Yep, that's how I feel. Mm-hmm. Of course. Yep, I agree with Mr. Enter. Chicken Little is nothing but a waste of potential time. A waste of. Oh, and don't get me started with, Emperor's New Groove. Yeah, another movie from the 2000s. I also dislike that movie as well. I know that this movie has fans. I can totally understand. But if you like Emperor's New Groove, good for you. More power to you. But me, I'm just not the biggest fan of Emperor's New Groove. I just find the movie so stupid, so boring, and so predictable. Yeah. Hell, it came out the same year as Dinosaur, a better Disney movie from 2000, and that knew that knew how to take its own self seriously, unlike Emperor's New Groove. Hell, I also heard that there's another animated film in the 2000s. There's Titan AE, Chicken Run, El Dorado. Yeah, El Dorado. That's a better comedic movie than Emperor's New Groove. If I want to watch a better version than Emperor's New Groove, I would take Lion King 1.5 and El Dorado from DreamWorks. That right there is Emperor's New Groove done in the right way. done in the most comedic and respectful way. Hell, I mean, the characters are funny and likable in that movie. Sure, I may have flaws with it, but at least it knew when to be serious and do all that type of stuff. Emperor's New Groove, ha, oh my lord. I can't wait to sunk down this movie apart. Is it the absolute worst Disney movies? Absolutely no. That goes for Chicken Little, as the movie I'm watching with Mr. Enter as he rips this trash apart. This movie is a train wreck, an absolute unique train wreck. Aha. Yep. This movie was released. I mean, this video from Mr. Enter was from 2014. So, happy ninth anniversary to that video, by the way. Yay! Uh, ooh. Wait a minute. I also heard that the movie copied the opening from Shrek. Like, what wasn't necessarily that Disney tries to do their own version of Shrek. Like, yeah, it seems like Disney wants to do their own version of Shrek by having fairy tale characters and then pop culture references and this and that and characters being mean to a main character and all that stuff and then bullying him. Yeah, when it comes to Shrek, sure, people may not be fans of what Shrek is doing by scaring away ogres, bullying him, calling him names and all that stuff. But at least you got the feeling of Shrek, of how he was doing. No wonder why Shrek decided to build up a home in the swamps. So that way he could keep people away from him. Because the whole town is like against the ogre and all that stuff. And you can already tell that you can feel sad for Shrek. But as for Chicken Little, oh my lord. It's way too much. Way too much. First, they bully him because the sky is falling because he got hit by an acorn. Second of all, when aliens disappear, they continue to just flat out berate him all over. Like, what kind of town is this? No one wants to live in a world where people pick other people just because people are different and all that stuff. That's not how. I can't tolerate it. Man, this movie blows. I I did not like Chicken Little and Home on the Range and Emperor's New Groove. As for Chicken Little, this movie blows. Holy shit! There's Cole Warner. I saw the new Five Night at Freddy movie last night and I liked it. I gave it 9 out of 10. Oh, hello. That's cool. Grandma's house. Huh, that's a nice, Cole Warner. Maybe you and I could do a collaboration on what kind of movie that we like to see or shred apart and all that. And not to mention, you're also a good movie reviewer, Cole. A good movie reviewer from head to tail. That's all. But I'm not the biggest fan of Friday Nights, and I have no not plans of seeing it. But I think I might watch something else that yeah, like that. Thanks. No problem, Cole. No problem. You're a good friend of mine. And one thing I have to point out to, yeah, Friday nights. I'm pretty sure there's other movies from Halloween that I might watch, like The Nightmare Before Christmas, Hocus Pocus. Forget about that sequel, which who even asked for a sequel to Hocus Pocus? Who did? No one. Absolute no one. And same with Enchanted. Enchanted 2. Like, very funny. Tarzan is one of my favorite Disney movies. Same here. I like Tarzan. I mean, as a kid, I watched Tarzan along with Dinosaur and the Lion King. And then rewatching it now, I decided to uh, rewatch Tarzan, and it is a good Disney movie after all, even if it has problems like the villain and all that type of stuff. But yeah, I haven't seen Hocus Pocus 2 and don't plan to. Yeah, I mean, Hocus Pocus 2 is just, yeah, it's just, hello, Krill Studios. Sorry, I'm late, and for your comment, but sorry it took so long, man. I was just mammling and bad mouthing on bad Disney animated films that I usually don't like Chicken Little, Home on the Range, The Wild, and Emperor's New Groove. Possibly one of my least favorite animated properties from the post Disney Renaissance or the 2000s version of Disney. Not to mention Prince and the Frog. I'm throwing that in too. Even if it's not part of the post Disney Renaissance, I don't fucking care. I fucking hate Prince and the Frog that badly. I fucking hated it. So let me continue with the rant on the garbage Chicken Little. What the hell is that? I'm sorry. What the hell? Oh, this movie tries to be like Lion King by stealing the opening song by saying "Na Savenya" and oh my lord, this is ridiculous. Oh, and not to mention, I also heard that Lion King 1.5 had the same opening from the Lion King, which that is a much better movie than Chicken Little. Stealing the opening from the Lion King and then it just stopped. Not cool, dude. Not cool. And it says, how much money does each frame in your average animated film cost? Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot. Seriously? Huh. Man, that's a massive insult. What the barnacles? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Chicken Little opens up by saying, Nah, Savannah, and then it closes down. Like, what the barnacles? Why? I had the soundtrack for Tarzan when I was a kid. I think I'm planning of working on the musical numbers for my dinosaur tribute videos. And guess what? I have abilities to do dinosaur music videos now, but it's gonna take me a lot of work. So be patient. And if you haven't seen that music video, that short one that I did, like trusting you, God, well, go to my channel and then find out for yourself. Do you know the leak images yesterday to the upcoming Disney live action remake of Snow White? It looks like junk with terrible CGI dwarves. CGI. I'm sorry. What the hell? CGI dwarves? Oh my lord. Man, this is awkward. CGI dwarves. Oh, no, no, no. No. This is going to give me a nightmare. No. This is going to be a nightmare. No. I'm just going to. Oh, man. So then it says this narrator is never used for the rest of the movie. What? Oh, oh yeah, I can understand that. So the narrator in this movie is the voice of Buck Clock. The later on becomes narrator and all that stuff. That's exactly what happened with the narrator from Dinosaur, where the narrator was Pleo, and then Pleo explains in the opening. I'll be right back. And not to mention, if you want to see my Disney ranking that I did back in 2020, go to my old channel and then find the tier list ranking. I'll soon update it for a new one, a new tier list ranking. How much I love some of the Disney movies that I like, some of the Disney movies that I thought generally they're okay, and some are, yeah. Oh, I can understand the narrator from Dinosaur saying some of the smallest things could be the biggest changes of all. Yeah, like that. Oh, Chicken Little. Tonight I might watch Toy Story 3, Toy Story, Toy Story, and Toy Story 2. Oh, Erica, Chicken Little. I remember being way too harsh on Chicken Little in my top 10 worst Disney movies list. I remember saying I remember saying that, but I feel like I was I feel like I was harsh on the character, Chicken Little, not the movie itself. The character, Chicken Little. He understands what the sky is falling, and for some reason, the whole town berates him and don't know what they are up to. Can't believe they threatened a kid just because he put up a warning. Like, what is wrong with you people? Why do you have to go against a kid trying to warn everyone by saying the sky is falling, the sky is falling, the sky is falling, like that? Like, what is wrong with you people? Sooner or later, I'll do an LBT trailer, LBT reaction to Chicken Little. And as for Zootopia, yeah, I used to like it, but I think I might get into that later. But how you feel about The Prince and the Frog is how I feel about Frozen. Screw that movie. Huh. Wow, Cole. Seems like you and I had a lot in common. Had a lot in common when it comes to hating on Disney princess movies. I hate Prince and the Frog, and you hate Frozen. F those movies. They belong in the garbage. Not to mention, yeah, if I want to watch better Disney princess movies, I'd rather stick with Beauty and the Beast, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or my favorite ones like Princess Protection Program and the two Princess Diary movies. Those are my Disney princess movies. I'm telling you, both Princess Protection Program and Princess Diaries, both the first film and the sequel. Those are my Disney princess right there. And might as well go on to the original Beauty and the Beast because I grew up with that movie. Then the remake, forget the live action remake. Oh yeah. Ah. Sorry. Like I was saying, like why the hell are there watching Indiana Jones while there were a world full of anthropomorphic animals? Like that is weird. That is weird. I mean, they have that is so weird. Like what? What? Why they're watching Indiana Jones and yet there's a world full of anthropomorphic animals? What the barnacles? Why? I would like to collaborate the review sometime. However, I work 40 hours a week for 5 days, and some weekends I'm busy, so it might take a while. Uh, I hope Disney will greenlight Chicken Little for a live action remake. It'll be better than the original. I really hope Disney does a remake for Dinosaur because I want Disney to do a remake of Dinosaur because we haven't gotten any Dino medias for Disney, not even for the live action remakes yet. And as beautiful as Dinosaur being like photorealism with CGI and all that stuff, they decided to put characters in live action backgrounds, computer animated characters in live action backgrounds, which makes it for a cool look. Which no wonder why other Dino Media decided to do this. Walking with Dinosaurs did the same. Dinosaur Planet did the same. 2013's Walking with Dinosaurs. Speckles the Tarbosaurus. Dino King Journey to Fire Mountain. Prehistoric Planet. Dinosaur Revolution. Any other computer animated Dino Media decided to do the same thing. It depends on which different they are. So if you're saying that Disney will greenlight Chicken Little for a live action remake, I want one for Dinosaur because a live action remake for Dinosaur. That's all I have to say. Toy Story is my favorite childhood franchise. Same here. I like the first two Toy Story movies. Didn't care about Toy Story 3. I thought it was just boring and all that stuff. And I saw Toy Story 4, and yeah. At least it managed to cheer me up. No wonder why I decided to bring Rex. So, yeah. Be right back. I haven't seen Toy Story 4 and Lightyear, but I love the first three Toy Story movies. And I respect you if you like Toy Story 3. To me, Toy Story 3 is just a pain in the ass and the first bad Pixar movie. Same with Lightyear. Yeah, I've seen Lightyear and good God, it was boring. That movie was boring as hell. The movie is way too long, it's too slow. None of the characters are that good. And uh, I just didn't care about Lightyear. I mean, that movie had serious amount of potential, but for some reason, they just wasted it and threw all that stuff away. The trailers looked pretty good. It promised us something, but then when we saw the movie, it all falls apart. No heart, no charm, no emotion, nothing. Nothing comes out to me at all. Like, yeah. I remember watching Lightyear and I was like, perhaps I treated Ratatouille too harshly. That's how generally dull Lightyear is. Your I'm trusting you is cool. Oh, is it that music video that I just did? Thanks, Gus. Thanks. Man, Lightyear. When I was watching it, I was falling asleep. Wanted to wake me up to see something happens and all that stuff. It could have been like a great like superhero movie and all that stuff, but no. Lightyear is one of the most boring movies I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, my number one thought that I watched this movie and I was like, perhaps I treated Ratatouille too harshly. That's how generally dull Lightyear is. There's not that much to talk about. Like, there's nothing good about it. Yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh yeah, so that's what they were watching during Chicken Little, Raiders of the Lost Ark. This is oh my lord. Oh, oh. Uh huh. Yep. We get introduced to Buck Cluck, who is Chicken Little's father, who is without a doubt the worst characters I have ever seen in my entire life. Buck Cluck saying that, oh, you should worry. Try not to lay low, son, and whatever. I think I'm gonna watch Animat's review for Chicken Little, and then I might. Hell, even Nostalgia Critic just roasted Chicken Little so badly. Nostalgia Critic roasted it. Mr. Enter roasted it. Trolls or Torfan. Uh, Rachel's reviews. Animat. Yeah, Animat. Oh, it's kind of funny that Mysterious Mr. Enter's review for Chicken Little came out a few years before Animat's review for Chicken Little. What a surprise. Man, Chicken Little, I am so hungry for the chicken characters in this movie, especially Buck Cluck. If I see Buck Cluck, I'm just gonna take him, roast him up, and eat him for Thanksgiving. Which Buck Cluck would be really cool for my LBT mini vlog, don't you think? Because yeah, Buck Cluck would be a perfect meal for an LBT mini vlog. I have no plans of seeing it, but yeah, it is nice that you guys love the F and this stuff. Like, is it like an animated film or a live action movie or either of those? Come to think of it. Oh, Chicken Little. Yeah, which I could agree. Huh. 2000s for Disney was like a mixed bag between good movies, bad movies, all that type of stuff. Because in the post Disney Renaissance, which by the way, which is one of my favorite Renaissance on the Disney platform, the same time as the Disney era Power Rangers. But for the post Disney Renaissance, there's Fantasia 2000, Dinosaur, Emperor's New Groove, Atlantis, Lilo and Stitch, Treasure Planet, Brother Bear, Home on the Range, Chicken Little, The Wild, and Meet the Robinsons, and even Bolt too. So it all started out from 2000 all the way to 2008, known as the Disney Post Renaissance. Yeah, like that. Or post Disney Renaissance. My bad. I think I have a video coming up. But if you want to check out that tier list ranking of the post Disney Renaissance or the 2000s Disney movies, then go to my channel and find out. So, yeah. Chris Evans, Lightyear bombed. What? Oh my lord, this is hilarious. That is hilarious, man. Oh, hey, just a trike. Just a trike. There you are. Well, let's see how that goes. Oh yeah, Home on the Range. I didn't care about Home on the Range. I used to like it as a kid, but I still did not care about it. But I'll admit that some of the characters are kind of cool, like that bull guy, which feels like cows only, like that. I mean, he's a kind of cool character. Not to mention this bunny and this goat. They're kind of cool. And as for Rico, yeah, he's kind of cool too. But overall, the movie turned out to be a massive squandered mess of a Disney animated film. I might review it someday, but Home on the Range, yeah, it's not for me. I'm sorry. The worst movie I've seen in theaters is the Emoji Movie. That movie sucked. Oh, the Emoji Movie. I oh yeah, don't get me started with the Emoji Movie cuz my lord that movie was terrible. My lord. One of the worst animated films I've ever seen. It takes plots from something like Wreck It Ralph, uh, oh, Wreck It Ralph, Lego Movie, and Inside Out. Yeah, mix them all together, and then you get the Emoji Movie. Why? Why? The Wild was produced by Real Effects Animation Studios and made by Disney. No wonder why the Wild animation is like. The animation is similar to Dinosaur, but they didn't even try with the animation in the Wild. It looks ugly. I mean, it's one of the most ugliest Disney movies I have ever seen in my entire life. And that came out in 2006. Ah. Food Fight is so bad it makes the Emoji Movie look like Wreck-It Ralph. Oh God, don't get me started with Food Fight. Food Fight is terrible. I am not bothering watching Food Fight. If I want to watch bad movies, I will take a blindfold and blind my eyes, and just to hear the audio, to hear what's going on and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, there's that. Yep, Home on the Range. Yep, Home on the Range. Now, back to what I'm saying. Cars is much better than The Wild. A better Disney movie from 2006 than The Wild. Yeah, if I want to watch a better movie than The Wild, I'd rather stick with Cars. Hell, I'd rather watch the movie, rather watch Madagascar. No wonder why The Wild was based on Madagascar, which came out in 2005, the same year as other movies like Chicken Little, Robots, and King Kong. Yeah, good one, Creel Studios. Would you be fine with me sometimes doing a collaboration review, aka the rant on with you on the Emoji Movie? Oh, good one, Cole. Good one. This could be really, really nice. This could be something really, really interesting. Nice one, Cole. Now we're talking. Yeah, Chicken Little, man. Screw Chicken Little in the ass. And screw Home on the Range too. And The Wild. Screw those movies too. There are other animated movies that are way better than both Chicken Little and Home on the Range. Oh, if I want to watch a better version than Home on the Range, I'd rather stick with Ferdinand or the Barnyard movie, especially Ferdinand, because that movie is Home on the Range done in the right way. The characters are likable. It has a lot of heart. It has a lot of charm, and at least you can feel something from Ferdinand. And yet, that movie, that movie was from the same studio who brought the Ice Age franchise and the Rio movies. So, if I want to watch a better version than Home on the Range, I'm sticking with Ferdinand. And as for Chicken Little, there are other better anthropomorphic animal movies like Kung Fu Panda and the Sing movies. Those are way better than Chicken Little. They're not too mean spirited. They don't have characters bullying other kids. They don't have aliens coming out of nowhere and all that type of stuff. They don't have that type of stuff. They don't have it. So if I want to watch a better anthropomorphic animal movies that is better than Chicken Little, I'd rather stick with the Sing movies and the Kung Fu Panda movies. While I do have problems with Zootopia, At least that movie is better than Chicken Little. Even if I'm not the biggest fan of Zootopia, but it's better than Chicken Little and Home on the Range, just for the fun of it. But I might get to that. The Wild is lazy attempt to be like the Lion King Finding Nemo Madagascar. Yeah. On another thing that The Wild rips off is that it also rips off Dinosaur, a movie from 2000. Like, so this is Disney's crappy version of something like Madagascar, Dinosaur, or all this other stuff. Yeah. Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Junebuck says, "Oh, hello, Junebuck. Hey, Junebuck. Nice to join into this podcast. A fun one. As a matter of fact, it's October. This October is almost over, and so is my birthday month. I even got my birthday money, and yeah, what? Hoodwink 2, Hood versus Evil? What the hell? It's on YouTube. What the hell?" No, no, no. In my area, free with ads? What the hell? Screw this movie. I I freaking hate Hoodwink 2. And don't get me started with the first film. I'm not even the fan of the first film either. But at least it was something. Hoodwink 2? Don't get me started with that abomination. Yes, still waiting on my grandma's birthday money and and got one check from my grandma. I knew I'm doing something tomorrow for my birthday, Monday and Tuesday, then today. Not to mention, Monday is my brother's birthday. So happy birthday to my brother because my brother and I's birthdays are in the same Monday. So happy birthday to the both of us. I like the first Hoodwing movie, but the sequel, not so much. I thought Hoodwing was a unique take on the character of Little Red Riding Hood, but I respect your opinion. I want to see better movies with the Little Red Riding Hood. Something like Shrek, something like those cartoons that I watch, and something like other stuff going on. Hoodwing is better than the sequel. I didn't care for the sequel. I mean, seriously, I didn't like the animation style of of Hoodwink. I didn't like the animation style. It looked weird. It looked awkward looking. It just looks like this and that, and then characters stiffing, and then this and that. I mean, the animation, I hate to say this, but it looks worse than the animation style in The Adventures of Buck Wild, which came out a few years after Hoodwink came out. And it looks worse than the first Ice Age movie, which I do have problems with the animation style in the first Ice Age movie, but at least those are professionals and creative, and they know how to pull off good animation and all that stuff. If I want to see better computer animation, I'd rather stick with March of the Dinosaurs and the Dino King movies because they know how to pull off animation really, really good. But Hoodwinked, mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely not. Oh, I can understand. I can understand why the whole town hates Chicken Little because he thinks that the sky is falling because an acorn just whacked him on the head, proving that the sky is falling. Haha, very funny. It doesn't make it good. I think it's worse. I think it's terrible. Hoodwink animation looks a lot like Toy Story's animation knockoff. Yeah, do you even know about that? As a matter of fact, Toy Story was from 1995 with its first computer animation style, where I can stick with the first Toy Story. Sure, the animation may be dated, but I still think it's a fun computer animated film for Pixar. As a matter of fact, it's the king of Pixar, hands down. Since Shrek is the king of DreamWorks movies, Toy Story is the king of Pixar stuff, like those other stuff. Even though I like the first Hoodwink movie, I'll admit that I'm not the biggest fan of the animation. Me neither. That's why I didn't care about watching Hoodwinked and all that because it felt like a weird missed opportunity of a movie to begin with. Imagine if it was Disney or DreamWorks, then they would probably pull it off or make it something like that. But yeah. Oh, not to mention, wouldn't that be cool if Chicken Little used that baseball skills through the third act, especially with aliens coming out of nowhere and then wanted to look for their kid and all that stuff? I mean, wouldn't that be cool for a third act? Wouldn't that be cool? Uh huh. Uh huh. Nope. Especially that King Kong reference. Oh my lord. Ooh. Yeah. It is Disney's first computer animated film because fully computer animated film. First, yeah, first it was dinosaur because they put CG dinosaurs in live action backgrounds. But at least Disney had their chance of doing computer animation of their own without the need of Pixar, which is kind of a smart move. Imagine the Dino King movies being made by Disney, then it'll probably have like the animation style for something like Wreck It Ralph, Frozen, Zootopia, Big Hero 6. You know what I mean. Yeah, and probably put it like an upgraded version since they have animation styles of their own from South Korea, which, yeah, I can totally understand where the animation style goes into place. Uh huh. Gibberish by saying a the acorn little fluff like the acorn little fluff like acorn little fluff like what? Oh, back to mysterious Mr. Hunter saying that a chicken that thinks that the sky is falling because he got hit by an acorn doesn't seem complex enough to sustain a movie. Really? Crazy Little Chicken the movie. Why? A movie. Just be- just because Chicken Little gets hit by an acorn doesn't mean that you have to make a movie on him just to prove that he's one of the worst characters out there. Why? It doesn't seem to be good. See? This movie blows. Dark Sea. Oh, hello. Hey, buddy. And yeah, ranting on Chicken Little. Chicken Little, man. I think I might check out Shafrillis's Disney ranking from the 2000. Sure, I may not agree with his points on Dinosaur because, but at least he has some good point out of it. Uh, his Disney ranking isn't just as bad as Rick Raptor's review on the Dino King movie, like the first one. But at least, as much as I hate Rick Raptor's review on Speckles the Tarbosaurus, at least there's something that I do admit could be feeling funny and all that stuff. But other than that, that I it made me it made me uncomfortable so badly. But if you guys liked it, that's fine. But I'm just I'm never the biggest fan of that review. Don't get me started on that. It's probably the worst things to come out of. Yep, that's your Frillis Production Disney ranking. Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah. Uh huh. I actually agree with Shafrelis by saying the animation is hideous and all that stuff. I mean, it felt like it felt unfinished in my opinion. I thought the animation style is decent and all that stuff. Not to mention, the characters are just a bunch of assholes bullying a young kid just because the kid was warning you. God, I hate this movie. I hate Chicken Little. I hate that it exists, and I don't know why that it just remains as yeah. Chicken Little, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, Chicken Little. Go fuck yourself. Same with Home on the Range, The Wild, and Emperor's New Groove. Go fuck themselves. Oh, Krill Studios. Nice one. Do you know about Chicken Little is part of the Black Critic guy's Disney Dead End Zone? Oh, I didn't even know about that. Seriously, I didn't even know about that. That's an interesting question. I think I might check that out during the video. But as for now, it's me roasting Chicken Little so badly as one of the worst computer animated films I've ever seen in my entire life during this Halloween month. Granted, I thought I might do some videos for Dinosaur and do some Halloween podcasts with my friend Shamer, but suddenly Chicken Little has been stuck in my entire mind ever since. Yeah, Chicken Little. I mean, Shrek is way better than Chicken Little in every single levels. If I want to watch a better, like I said, if I want to watch a better fairy tale movie that is not Chicken Little, I'd rather stick with the Shrek films. I'd rather stick with the Sing movies, and I'd rather stick with the Kung Fu Panda movies because those are way better than Chicken Little in every single level. To be fair, at least Chicken Little managed to be in Once Upon a Studio, which that is kind of nice. Even if we don't get enough screening time for Chicken Little, at least it's kind of fun, I believe. So yeah, there you have it. Mm-hmm. An alien movie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they have to put the alien and all that stuff, which I might do that in a video, but yeah. Uh, like I said, Chicken Little may not be my favorite Disney movie, but I'd rather take it over both Prince and the Frog and Emperor's New Groove, because that's saying a lot. And same with Home on the Range. I may not be a fan of that movie either, but I take it over Emperor's New Groove for that matter. Not to mention, oh, not to mention, Kirby is basically like Bumpy from Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. Bumpy is a better character than Kirby, in my opinion. She's cute, she's funny. I mean, she's cute, she's cuddly, and she grows up to a big dino, and that's just about it. Uh huh. Yep, Chicken Little. Yeah, that movie. It's such a stupid movie. A dumb movie from 2005, and I dislike Chicken Little. I still dislike it to this day. Dinosaur is better than Chicken Little. Speckles the Tarbosaurus is better than Chicken Little. Oh, Sing is better than Chicken Little. Even the Kung Fu Panda movies are way better than Chicken Little. Any other animated film is better than Chicken Little. Even The Secret Life of Pets itself, which came out in 2016, and it had a better story, and it had characters that are likable, and all that type of stuff. So I take it over Chicken Little for that matter, because that's just yeah, fuck that Chicken Little. And I'm gonna check some random questions, and for those who wanted to be part of that, and what are your thoughts on the documentary series Life on Our Planet? I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty nice, and uh, was it the best things that I ever had? Not really. I will admit that it has problems, which I'll probably sort them out in a video of mine. Which I understand you're not the biggest fan of the dino models and all that, but I actually like them. I think they're kind of cool, especially with the Tyrannosaurus, which I actually like the Tyrannosaurus with its red coloring and the bulkiness. Does give me does remind me of some of the does remind me of the Dino Dana Rex. And not to mention the roar styles and the sound effects that it makes. It looks kind of cool. And I I hate to say this, but I think I like the Tyrannosaurs a lot more than the one from Prehistoric Planets. No offense to Prehistoric Planet Rex, I still like the Rex, but that Life on Our Planet Tyrannosaurus looks legit. Not the best Rex models I've ever had, not the best Rex models I've ever seen, but it is what it is. And Yeah, I'll admit that some of the dinosaur models are just carved copies from other media, like Jurassic World and all that stuff. Like they have apatosauruses and they call them Diplodocus. Like, why is that? And they even have an Allosaurus. Like, it looks like the Allosaurus from Jurassic World Battle at Big Rock. Like, why is that? The Allosaurus. It looks a lot like the Allosaurus from Jurassic World Battle at Big Rock. Not to mention with the sauropods. Sauropods look kind of nice. And I think I might watch I think I might watch that podcast I did for Once Upon a Studio because yeah, believe it or not, I'm taking a shower like a little bit. Good night, buddy. Well, it's nice having you, Creel Studios, and thanks for those questions, by the way. The next time if I'm doing a live stream, I'm going to invite you in. I'm probably going to invite Nick Hicks in, Cole Warner, Hulkster, any other fan who is like movies, and all those other stuff. Movies, TV show, video game, all those other stuff. But if it's the community and all that, don't get me started with that. The paleo community, I okay. This is how I feel with something like Scar from Lion King by saying, I'm surrounded by idiots. Well, I might do a drawing of the Tyrannosaur style, so yep. And I might as well go back and yep, take a look at Sorry about the background stuff. Should have turned off the camera. My bad. Oh, okay. I still like my friend Chills Tar fan. I really want him to come into my live stream just for movie talk and all that stuff because I think I'm starting to agree with his points, especially with that Zootopia rant. Because watching Zootopia, I don't think some parts age well. Because Zootopia is like it feels kind of vague, a vagued up Disney movie that doesn't even know how to take its own matters and all that type of stuff. Like, I mean, it's not terrible, but the movie feels either vague. Yeah, Chicken Little. The movie feels either vague or one thing I have to point out. I still like Trolls or Tor fan, but his Spider Verse rants, I think I might deal with that. I'm gonna do a separate video on that. I'm still working on it. But as for now, I think I might do some counterparts of some videos coming through. So let that slide. Mysterious Mr. Enter, you are kind of decent of a user, and yeah. And I might take a look at Pixar's The Good Dinosaur. The Good Dinosaur from 2015, which came out the same year as Jurassic World. I like Jurassic World. It's one of my favorite films from 2015. Same with Avengers, Age of Ultron, and same with Inside Out. Now that's a better Pixar movie. It does have problems, but I like all three of the movies. Not to mention with other movies going on for 2015. Some movies that I like, some movies that are okay, and some movies that are really, really terrible and somewhat, especially 50 Shades of Grey. If I see that 50 Shades of Grey, if I see that Christian Grey guy, I'm just gonna jump into the screen and strangle him because he just bugged me so much. Yep. What the heck? Oh yeah. Runt has a hard time picking up his pencil, and there's his desk stuck around his body, and then poor. He only has three lines in it that is featured in the box. They were trying to way too hard to create a meme like saying "Yo, Porcupine, Morcupine." Like, I mean, what's with that character, Porcupine, Morcupine? Like, if I want to see a better Porcupine, Ash is a better Porcupine. She's hot. She's sexy. She's voiced by Scarlett Johansson. She's a cute character. I like Ash from Sing. A cute porcupine that is way better than the one from Chicken Little. I think I might do that in my community post and then send it to my Twitter page and all that type of stuff. No, it's not. It never has and never will. Oh yeah, there's a fish out of water who doesn't talk. All he does is gurgle, 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 like gurgle, 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 like that nonsense. Yeah, I like African crested porcupines. I like them too. I like porcupines. Porcupines are like, yeah, I guess. I like porcupines too, but not this one. Not this porcupine. the one that has 3 lines throughout the movie, doesn't even do anything. It's not relevant to the plot and not relevant to the story. So he's pointless. Next. What? Oh yeah, they went to the gym scene where they go like popular versus unpopular, and then they start playing dodgeball and all that stuff. Like, what? What do you mean unpopular versus unpopular? What do you mean by that? There, there's there is no way a coach will pick a team and then throw dodgeball at the others. Sure, it may happen in real life, but the way that they did it in this movie, that just feels out of place. Don't know why. Oh, no, 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 no. Of course they're obnoxious. There's so many pop culture references all over the place. First, the Lion King, not to mention with that Lion King opening reference. Yeah, that counts. Seriously, like there's too many pop culture references in this movie. At least with Shrek, at least when it comes to the pop culture references from Shrek, at least you could feel attached to them and at least you could feel what was going on and all that stuff. At least that was useful. But here, they're just doing it for gags. I don't understand. And not to mention that Lion King opening, it came out of nowhere throughout this entire movie. This film is so stupid. I can go on and on again on how much I despise Chicken Little all over this goddamn movie. If I have to pick an animated film that is better than Chicken Little, I'll mention them again, and I'm not going to repeat them the same way I did. Any animated movies, as I mentioned, is better than Chicken Little. Every single level. Better than Chicken Little. Talk, 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 talk. Chicken Little is random. 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 Exactly. Exactly. No. No, it doesn't. The movie doesn't understand anything. Like referencing something, yeah. I'm gonna point them out in the review of Chicken Little. Chicken Little is not only the worst animated films I've ever seen, it is without a doubt one of the most insulting animated films I've ever seen. Hell, if Red Raptor Wright said that Jurassic Fight Club is one of the most insulting dinosaur medias ever, Chicken Little takes the cake as one of the most insulting animated films I have ever seen in a whole new level. Hell, 2013's Walking with Dinosaurs is a lot better than Chicken Little. Sure, I may have problems with that movie, but at least that movie knew when to take its own stuff seriously. Chicken Little doesn't know what it wants to be. fucking hate Chicken Little with the flaming passion. Makes me want to watch better animated films than Chicken Little. Like I said, I, I would take Walking with Dinosaurs over Chicken Little. Sure, I may have problems with that movie, especially with the voice acting and how they handled the pop culture stuff, but at least it knew when to take its own host seriously and all that stuff. And it knew when to be creative. Chicken Little doesn't know what it wants to be. It doesn't know when to be creative and all that stuff. And it hits me on the head, Chicken Little. And it hit me on the head. Oh, Chicken Little. Oh, nice dialogue reference from Chicken Little. Gus. Nice one, Gus. We could go on and on of how much we dislike Chicken Little. There are other animated films that are worse. Chicken Little, Chicken Little, in my opinion, is one of the worst animated films I've ever seen in my entire life that actually came out of my childhood. Seriously, suffering through this movie is painful, no matter how old you are. Sure, there's Norm in the North, the Emoji Movie, and Food Fight, and even I Am T-Rex, or even Dino Time, which those are worse, which I'll get to those later. As for Chicken Little, in my opinion, is one of the worst computer animated films I've ever seen in my entire life that stuck out through my entire childhood. Sitting through this movie is painful, no matter how old you are. So, what makes Chicken Little one of the most insulting animated films I've ever seen? Well, let's find out until the video's done. Because this LBT Q&A doesn't even feel like an LBT Q&A. It's just me bad mouthing and ranting on bad Disney movies like Home on the Range, Chicken Little, and The Wild. Mostly Chicken Little. Because I can go on and on how much I dislike Chicken Little. Exactly. As good as Shrek is, it seems to hurt the animation industry more than Quest of Camelot. What? Why did they put Chicken Little in trouble? Chicken Little didn't even do anything. Seriously. Chicken Little didn't even do anything. Goosey Lucy just threw Chicken Little into the fire alarm, and then it just sprinkles rain all over like the sparkles from the sky. Chicken Little didn't even do anything. He was just doing his best. If anything, Foxy Loxy should get in trouble, not Chicken Little. Chicken Little didn't even do anything. He was just trying to warn Foxy about the bullying stuff. I hate this movie. I still hate it to this day. I can't believe I used to like it as a kid. Because when I was watching Chicken Little with my father and my uncle, I wanted to pick two animated films to watch, either Chicken Little or Shrek. And 6-year-old me by saying, I want to watch Chicken Little. I should have picked Shrek over Chicken Little. What is wrong with me? Oh my lord. Buck Cluck. If I see that Buck Cluck character, I'm just gonna go to Chicken Little's world and strangle him. Yeah, if Buck Cluck doesn't take care of his son one more fucking time, I'm just gonna borrow a Wilbur Robinson's time machine from Meet the Robinsons and jump into his universe so I could punch him in his fucking face. Because that's how I feel about Buck Cluck. He's a horrible dad and a despicable father. I fucking hate the father of Chicken Little. Fucking hate him. I mean, Chicken Little was worrying about the sky falling, and Buck doesn't see any issue with that. Oh, and it's not just me and the rest of the people hating on Chicken Little and all that stuff. There's tons of people all around the world who are yelling at Buck Clock for not taking care of his son. And you know what? I don't blame him. If anything, why don't you take Buck why don't you take your son Chicken Little to school? Why don't you take him to school, Buck? Like it's not that hard. You don't have to drop him to the bus sign so that way people could pick on him. Just take your son to school. It's not hard. Hello, I hit 800 subscribers. Oh, good buddy. Good buddy. Keep it up. Keep doing it. I would use my powers to eliminate Chicken Little's dad. The father is worse. If I want to watch a better Disney movie than the post Disney Renaissance, I would stick with Dinosaur, Brother Bear, Meet the Robinsons, Treasure Planet, and Atlantis the Lost Empire. That's it. And even Fantasia 2000. Sure, I may have problems with that, but at least it's a fun Disney movie, in my opinion. Lilo and Stitch was decent. Bolt was okay, even if I'm not the biggest fan of Bolt. Lilo and Stitch. I do have problems with that, but at least it's managed to do something fun and all that type of stuff. But as for Bolt, yeah, I thought the movie was fine. Sure, it took me off some parts quite a bit, but I think I'll get used to what they're going for. It's basically like Toy Story, but with dogs, cat, and domestic animals and all that stuff. Realizing that Bolt is not the dog with superpowers, and I think it tries to do its own take with the Incredibles and all that, but yeah, exactly. Well, well, Buckluck, time for you to roast your ass and kiss your ass good night because you're. There's other movies that I might watch, like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. There's. Oh, there's also this music video with Rexy, which that's awesome. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which that is good. And Lightyear, I'm passing Lightyear. And also with Meat Burrito. I'm eating that. That's not a movie. That's just a meat burrito. Oh, and there's also this guy named oh Jacob Martin, who is a humongous Disney fan, just like Trill Studios. Okie dokie. Time. Oh yeah, Rachel's reviews. Rachel, she's not that bad. She's kind of nice and a friendly YouTuber. Sure, she may not be fans of movies that I liked, but she's kind of nice. A nice YouTuber. But I'm still having my high hopes for Disney's Wish because I also heard that Jacob Martin is a good YouTuber. Yeah, a good reviewer. I like him. He's probably on point with oh Rachel's review because I like Jacob Martin, but I respect his opinions on the things that he's not a fan of, which I can understand. But I do agree with some of his points, so I might as well take inspirations from both Rachel and both oh Jacob because they're both good reviewers. They're not toxic. They're not mean. They're nice Disney fans as much as they are. And someday I might visit in their channel someday, like all those other stuff. Man, that's a lot of Disney stuff that Rachel's reviewing. There's Strange World, there's Encanto, Ryan the Last Dragon, Frozen 2. Oh my lord, don't get me started with Frozen 2, because that is one of the worst animated films I've ever seen in my entire life. It's not that terrible, but it sucks. It's just a steaming pile of junk. I think I might give Ryan the Last Dragon a second chance. Because after watching it the first time, yeah, screw Encanto. Yeah, fuck that shit. But as for Ryan the Last Dragon, I think I might give this movie a second chance. Because after praising Zootopia that is better than this movie, I was like, perhaps I treated Ryan the Last Dragon too harshly. Well, I might give that movie a second chance, see how that goes. Don't you think? And as for this abomination, forget that abomination. The Dino King movies are better than this. And same with this, too. I also heard that my friend Trolls or Turfan likes Ryan the Last Dragon, which I can understand. But I think I might give Ryan the Last Dragon a second chance. Hell, even my friend Dino King 213 is a fan of Ryan the Last Dragon. So let that sink in for a minute. So I might as well take a look at that movie again. So yeah. Have you seen Joshua, a good YouTube channel for reviewing movies? He's also a friend of Jacob Martin. Oh yeah, I remember doing a podcast for I I remember doing a pot I remember jumping into the podcast for I remember doing I remember doing his podcast for the Super Mario Bros movie, the 2023 Mario Bros movie because yeah, and I remember him being part of my podcast for Mario and all that type of stuff. I mean, he is a kind of nice YouTuber. I might give him that. So I might as well do some regular styles, just like I did with. Oh, oh, oh. The same way that I did for my reviewing for Turning Red and all that. Yeah. So I'm going to stop here for a podcast and all that stuff because I feel like I need to rechange up my title for this stream going on. And sadly, all of my tabs have been removed. I need to restart them all over again. And yeah. Well, it's been a fun one. So yeah. Frozen 3 is happening. Screw that. I think I I think I agree with your points, Cole. I mean, Cole is such a good, amazing YouTuber, so he's kind of nice. And I might as well check out Jacobs Martin's review for 2019's Lion King to see how that goes, because I thought the remake was all right. It does have its good moments, and it does have its bad moments, but I still think it's a decent movie on its own. It's a decent watch. Is it as good as the Dino King movies? No. Is it as good as Dinosaur? No. Is it as good as the Jurassic World media? But I still take it over Jurassic World Dominion. But hey, at least there's Prehistoric Planet, both the Prehistoric Planet seasons, which those are really cool. And it's better than that abomination, Chicken Little. But I might still prefer it over Frozen 2 for that matter, because that's saying a lot. I thought 2019's remake sucked, and the actor who played Scar was terrible, no passion. Oh, is it Chiwetel Ejiofor Scar? Yeah, I still think he's an alright character, but I'll admit that his design is kind of cool, his mane is kind of cool and all that, but what 2019 Scar lacks is what makes the 1994 Scar so menacing and terrifying and all that stuff, but at least he fought off the hyenas at the ending and tried to do it, but failed at the end. So at least that is some parts that I have to agree with Tyrannotherium on. With Scar from 2019's Lion King. He's not the best movie villains I've ever seen. He's not like One Eye terrifying, The Carnotaur terrifying, or any other movie terrifying, but I think he's decent. Oh, and yeah, Meet the Robinsons. Yeah. Might as well go on November to do either a podcast for Meet the Robinsons. There. Meet the Robinsons. One of my second favorite Disney movie in the post Disney Renaissance and the third favorite Disney animated films I've ever seen in my entire life. Man, I like Meet the Robinsons. Now that's a better movie from 2007. And yeah, take notes, Chicken Little in the Wild, because Meet the Robinsons kicks ass. Same with Dinosaur, same with Atlantis, same with Brother Bear, and any other Disney movie that is way better than Chicken Little. So Meet the Robinsons is worth the wait. More time. So there you have it. The The only good thing I can give the Lion King remake was Seth Rogen as Pumbaa, but everything else sucked. I might go into detail of 2019's Lion King and all that, so as long as you do a podcast, so yeah. I think I agree with some of your points and agree with some of their points, if they liked it or not. So I do have mixed feelings, but I still think the way it is. Meet the Robinsons is awesome. I love Meet the Robinsons. My third favorite Disney animated film, on point with Dinosaur and the Lion King, and my favorite Disney movie in the post-Disney Renaissance, along with Dinosaur. So there you have it. And I'm going to end off this LBT podcast. And man, this live stream cheered me up as much as possible. It cheered me up big time. Big time. So, time for you to get whooped, 2022, because 2023 is going to whoop your ass. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So, yep. Hope you guys enjoyed this LBT live stream. Please sure like and subscribe. More videos coming in your future, all those other things. And, yep, hopefully had a fun one. And, yeah. And this video will stay good. And, well, guys, it is fun after all. So, bye. And time to close this off with a high note. So, LBT here. See you guys later. And remember, let go of the past and keep moving forward. That's what Walt Disney said. So, let go of the past and keep moving forward. So, Hakuna Matata. More like keep moving forward, Hakuna Matata. And, well then, and fade the black.